Gaymar Industries, a leader in temperature management products, presents the Medithemp 3 Blood Fluid Warmer. Hypothermia occurs when core body temperature drops below 36 degrees Celsius. This is a common occurrence during surgery. Administration of blood and other chilled fluids can contribute to hypothermia. Most fluids should be warmed before being infused into a patient. Responding to this need, Gaymar Industries developed the Medithemp 3 Blood Fluid Warmer, a state-of-the-art dry heat device for safe, rapid warming of blood, blood products, and other IV fluids as they are administered to patients. With Medithemp 3, there is no water mess, no moving parts that can wear or come apart during procedures. In the Medithemp 3, fluid travels through a sterile, disposable warming cassette inserted between two heater plates. The plates warm the fluid uniformly without hot spots or areas of uneven heating. Disposable warming cassettes are easy to set up. A blue color-coded guide rail ensures correct insertion. Fluid warming cassettes connect with any standard IV administration tubing. Medithemp 3 can warm refrigerated fluids to normothermic levels at flow rates from kVO to 300 milliliters per minute or 18 liters per hour. It can warm fluids at OR ambient temperature at flow rates of up to 500 milliliters per minute or 30 liters per hour. This graph illustrates output fluid temperature at different flow rates and temperature settings for fluids at 10 degrees Celsius. The setup and operation of the warmer is easy and quick. The on-off button is located on the top panel. When the machine is plugged in, a green light on the panel illuminates to indicate that the machine is in standby mode. Pressing this button turns the warming unit on. Pressing the button a second time turns the unit off. The cassette is inserted into the slot located on the front panel. The IV pole clamp and bubble trap holder are found on the right side of the unit. Each sterile disposable cassette is bordered by a rigid frame that allows for easy, quick insertion of the cassette into the warmer. Operating instructions are printed in pictograms on the cassette packaging. Each cassette is lot-coded with an expiration date. All cassettes are latex-free. One of the distinctive features of the Medithemp 3 is the variable temperature setting. The top panel of the warmer contains the variable temperature display. When the warmer is turned on, the temperature will be displayed as the heater plates warm up. The warmer will reach set point temperature in approximately 1 minute. The temperature can be adjusted down from 43 degrees Celsius to 38 degrees Celsius in 1 degree increments. This allows the clinician to select the temperature that is most appropriate for each procedure or patient. Output fluid temperature is shown in degrees Celsius. Using the Medithemp 3. Startup procedure. Place the warmer on an IV pole. Plug the power cord into a hospital-grade outlet. The machine will be in standby mode. A chime will sound, and a green light on the top panel will light, indicating standby status. Do not turn on the power before inserting and priming the cassette. This ensures easy insertion of the cassette and prevents a high temperature condition from occurring. Remove the disposable cassette from the sterile packaging and prepare to insert the cassette into the front panel of the unit. The cassette should be inserted so the blue guide rail is aligned with the blue dot on the lower front panel of the warmer. The cassette cannot be inserted upside down. Always insert the cassette into the front of the warmer where the control panel is visible. Our rigid cassette design allows for simple one-handed insertion. Slide the cassette into the warmer until it stops. The rounded portion of the cassette will extend slightly from the back of the unit. Approximately 1/2 inch of the guide rails will remain outside the warmer in the front of the machine. This permits easy removal of the cassette after use. Connect the cassette to your IV administration set. The cassette's standard Luer fitting will work with any standard IV administration tubing. Add any additional lines, stopcocks, or specialized tubing to the end of the patient line of the cassette as needed. Keep the line to the patient as short as possible to minimize heat loss during infusion. Begin priming the IV tubing and cassette with the bubble trap of the cassette inverted. When the bubble trap is 2/3 full, turn it upright and slip it into the holder on the right side of the warmer. Unclamp the patient end of the cassette and prime the remaining tubing until all air bubbles have been eliminated from the line. Turn on the power to the heater plates by pressing the on-off button on top of the Medithemp 3. The current set point temperature will flash 3 times. Set your desired warming temperature from a range of 43 degrees Celsius to 38 degrees Celsius by depressing the down arrow on the top of the warmer to the left of the temperature display. The unit will reach the set point temperature in approximately 1 minute. When you turn the system off and start it up again, the warmer will revert to the last set point temperature selected. Always turn off the warming unit when not in use. At this point, the system is now ready to deliver warm IV fluids to the patient. The cassette can now be connected to the patient IV line. The Medithemp 3 utilizes the main controller circuit and an independent backup system to ensure patient safety. Every time the warmer is turned on, a self-test is initiated. If the backup system is not functioning, an error message will be displayed and the warmer will shut down. Automatic self-tests are performed routinely during run mode. This graphic illustrates our high temperature cutoff settings with the primary controller set at 43.5 degrees Celsius and the backup controller at 45 degrees Celsius. The Medithemp 3 is designed to detect temporary overtemperature conditions without shutting the system down. This may occur if the warmer is turned on with no fluid in the cassette, or if the fluid is administered at a high flow rate and suddenly stopped. In stop flow conditions, energy that is applied to the heater plates to warm fluid at high flow rates is shut down, and the heat from those plates must be dissipated. In these circumstances, the main controller shuts off power to the heater plates when the output fluid temperature reaches 43.5 degrees Celsius. The fluid temperature may momentarily reach 45 degrees Celsius to 46 degrees Celsius. During the brief time it takes for the machine to cool down, high and the temperature will flash on the temperature display. Once the unit has cooled to the set point temperature, the machine will resume normal operation. These temporary high temperature conditions do not cause any concern in regard to hemolysis of blood, and it is safe to use the warmer while the display flashes high. An audible alarm will sound only in the unlikely event that the main controller fails and does not shut off the power to the heater plates at 43.5 degrees Celsius. The backup controller will interrupt power to the unit at 45 degrees Celsius if this first thermostat fails. An alarm will sound and the display will show high 1. The unit will no longer function and must be removed from use. Warning: do not run pre-warmed fluids through the warmer. This will cause a secondary overtemp alarm condition to occur and the warmer will shut down. If the Medithemp 3 senses a fluid temperature less than 34 degrees Celsius, the audible alarm will sound and the display will alternately flash low and the actual temperature. The exception is when the unit is initially turned on. The display will flash low until the temperature reaches 34 degrees Celsius and the heater plates will continue warming until the set point temperature is reached. The operator's manual describes procedures to follow after each alarm condition. An operator's manual is provided with every Medithemp. The manual may also be downloaded at no cost from our website, www.gaymar.com, on the Technical Services page. When infusion is complete, the cassette must be depressurized before removing it from the warmer. To do this, clamp off the flow from the IV administration set first. Then close the clamps on the patient's side of the cassette line. Remove the bubble trap from its holder and then pull on the frame to withdraw the disposable cassette from the warmer. If the patient line has been closed first, an alternative method for depressurizing the cassette can be used. Clamp off the inlet flow, then remove the cap from the bubble trap. Using a syringe or pointed instrument, push the check valve down to open it. This will release the fluid from the system into the bubble trap. Then pull on the frame of the cassette and remove it from the warmer. Dispose of the cassette properly following hospital protocol for disposal of contained blood and fluids. If continued therapy is required, the cassette can be moved with the patient after being depressurized. The cassette may be inserted in another Medithemp 3 warmer and reprimed for continued therapy. Cleaning the Medithemp 3. Cleaning the Medithemp 3 is fast and easy. Disconnect the power cord before cleaning. Clean the outside with warm soapy water, non-abrasive cleaner, diluted bleach, or cold sterilizing solution. Flush the cassette slot with cleaning solution using the squeeze bottle provided. The warmer should not be submerged in water or cleaned under a running tap. Use the supplied pipe cleaner style brush to clean between the heater plates. Disinfecting solutions may be used on the outside of the warmer and between the heater plates. Rinse the cassette slot again to remove any loose particles that were dislodged with the brush. A variety of economical sterile disposable sets are available for different case requirements. Cassettes with a variety of extension lengths and with needle and needle-free injection ports are available. The Medithemp 3 Blood Fluid Warmer from Gaymar Industries simplifies the warming of blood, blood products, and other fluids prior to administration. Easy to use, reliable and responsive, Medithemp 3 makes almost no demands on surgical personnel. It makes blood and fluid warming safe, easy, quick, and dependable. In addition to our Medithemp 3 Blood Fluid Warmer, Gaymar Industries provides a full line of temperature management products. The T-Pump Localized Temperature Therapy System for localized warming therapy, the Medithemp 3 Hyper-Hypothermia System for core body warming and cooling therapy, and the Thermacare Convective Warming System for core body warming therapy. To learn more, contact Gaymar today.